Okay, students, in this video we're going to look at how to use the free program OBS to record some footage of our games. So when you open OBS, it's likely that there won't be a profile made yet because you have a new account and they're not shared across the different accounts. So we're going to look at just the small set of things we have to set up so that we can actually record. So at the bottom here, we have this section called sources, and it has the pictures of like the image and the monitor and the world. And we want to click this plus sign, and we want to choose display capture. And we're going to create a new display capture. You can name it if you want, but we're going to click OK. And by default, if you're on a school computer, it will grab the main monitor because you should only have one. Here I have three, so I'm going to go ahead and grab the monitor I'm currently on. And you can see, I can see into this like infinite mirror world now, and we can see my mouse moving. And when you can confirm that that is working, you want to go ahead and click OK. And you can also choose if you want it to capture your cursor or not, but in the gameplay, usually it hides your cursor anyway. Next, assuming your game has sound effects, like your horror game or your twin stick shooter, and you want to capture the music and the sound effects, we also need to add a capture to that. So I'm going to go to Audio Output Capture and click OK. And you want to choose, I'm going to have a lot of outputs here because I'm at home, but you want to choose pretty much what will be your plain speakers. And a great way you can test this is if you go to the little volume controller in the lower right hand corner of your screen, and if you click a couple times and you see this audio input bar bounce here, you know that it's capturing your sound. Finally, we don't want to get all this stuff when we're recording, so we're going to make some hotkeys. On the right side, click Settings, then choose Hotkeys, and we're interested here in start and stop recording. You can make them whatever you want. I usually suggest Alt-R. So what you want to do is press Alt and R on your keyboard in both of these and click Apply. And now if you press Alt-R and have OBS running, even if it's minimized, then it will start recording for you. I'm going to go ahead and lock these two just so I'm happy with my settings. So I'm going to go ahead and minimize this, and we're going to go into just a simple Unreal project I have here. This is a project I had at home, and it just has a dude that chases me. Now, when we record, I don't want to get all of this side stuff in the engine, right? It's nice to show that it's running in the engine, but I want to get just the footage. So I want to make sure that I switch to New Editor Window. And once it's running, by default, it's usually a smaller window than this. My guy's going to blow up here when he hits me. But you want to make sure when you hit it that you maximize, and then you would hit your hotkey. And in this case, that is Alt-R to get my recording. So I'm going to hit play, I'm going to maximize, and then I'm going to hit Alt-R. I'm going to do some things for a bit, show off my game, play my game, whatever it is that I'm trying to make clear. And then I'm going to press Alt-R again. Now, if I've done that correctly, it should have just recorded. Now, the recordings, by default, go into your video folder. So go to your This PC and open the video folder. And right here we can see I have a date and time stamped MKV of that video I just recorded. And if I open it, we can see I get the nice clear video of me in Unreal. And it's okay if it captures my bottom bar here. I'm not too worried about that. But at least it doesn't have sort of the side bits. Also, if you have any error messages showing up, stuff like reflection captures need to be built or lighting capture or any of that, make sure you get those. Or if you have a bug that cannot be done, you can enter the console command, which I believe is hide, I think it's like hide all screen errors. 1 second. It is actually disable all screen messages. So you would write down here in all caps, disable all screen messages. When you put that in as a console command, they won't show up anymore. But only do that if you're like absolutely sure you can't fix whatever the message is. Now, the video that it makes for you is usually uncompressed, so it might be big, and since we're typically doing this for ArtStation, you need to stay beneath 25 megabytes. So you can either upload your video as is to Vimeo, or you can re-encode it using Handbrake, which we will look at in another video. Anybody who's using the videos that we make directly from your game, such as the sequencer animations, or something that we rendered directly from 3D Studio Max, you can just take those videos right into Handbrake.